Hey everybody, welcome to the Ubisoft Forward. This is your pre-show. We're about 30 minutes out from the show, which means there's still time for another leak. I'm here today with Tim.
Hey.
I'm here with Keith.
Hey.
And John is here too. Though he might
Oh,
get
I don't
booted
think
if he
John's
if he
here.
keeps up the
Oh.
attitude that he's been having so far today. You watch yourself, buddy.
Not a good attitude.
Watch yourself, buddy.
Good attitude so far.
Keep an eye on you.
So we were just talking about the Watch Dogs burn.
Yeah, so they're showing Watch Dogs Legion right now on stream while the countdown is happening. Yeah, Keith got ultimately burned by this game. Tim didn't even get the chance because he got burned by the first Watch Dogs. Do you think, guys, anything Watch Dogs here are going to show up? I don't think they've mentioned anything. I think it's a little bit too soon, but I don't know. Maybe some DLC.
It'd have to be DLC.
It has to be DLC, or either that they better fix the dang base game first.
Fair enough.
I'm
yeah.
tired of screen tearing appearing on my it was appearing on my PS4.
Yeah.
Like screen tear, I couldn't go past a certain speed in the game. Very buggy. Just
Yeah.
You expect a little bit more quality control these days, but this was some Bethesda level.
I think game developers at this point have gone way too far in the open world aspect before they've tested on a smaller scope whether or not all of the open-endedness actually works.
Yeah.
Nah. I mean, take a decent open world that is still small by comparison of this, like the Yakuza games. They're tight, condensed, filled with lots of stuff to do, and you don't have to worry about too much in general because Kamurocho is iconic. No matter how many times you go through it throughout the series, you always know where something is going to be, but it's changed over the years.
Yeah, and you have to walk everything or walk to everything, but everything's in walking distance.
All right. Let's talk about what we do know what will be at this show. We have to talk about the big story coming out of the day. The first leak that happened, not the last one. Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope is supposedly available in 2022. It seems to be Mario Galaxy themed. You're going to different planets in search of Rabbid stuff this time. I don't know, did you guys expect this? We were talking about it in predictions. John, you had a prediction that was kind of like this, only it was a Zelda crossover.
Zelda.
Are you excited from what you seen of the Nintendo Store page for this game?
I am actually. I really liked the first one. I haven't finished it yet. I'm I think 90% done with it, and I had a lot of fun with it. It is really like XCOM for kids, and I really like that idea. One of my favorite characters is actually Rosalina, and you can see in the box art or some of the stills that you have a rabid Rosalina, so that just kind of makes me think either A, she's going to be a playable character, or B, we have to save her. Either way, Rosalina's bae, and I'm down with this, and I'm good to save her. It was fun, it was simple. I kind of liked just the craziness that was adding the rabbits to Mario, and it really worked for me, so I am actually pretty excited for this one, and I'm now happy I have a countdown to beat this game.
Yeah. Yeah, so available 2022, so we have just over a year to, or just under a year, sorry, to try and catch up on Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
Yeah, the only thing I didn't play of that was the Donkey Kong DLC.
Yeah.
Which is on sale right now. Thank you.
I never got a chance to play Mario Rabbids. I strayed away from it because, I played XCOM, and oh my god, XCOM is so hard.
Yeah.
I can't get past like a couple missions without crying.
Mario and Rabbids is definitely a lot less harsh than XCOM, especially because you're not dealing with the permadeath aspect.
Yeah.
What about percentages?
It's pretty forgiving.
Percentages are a big pet peeve of mine in game design. It's why I can't get through XCOM.
And by that you just mean percent chance of hitting.
Yes. Hate that in game design.
Hilarious gameplay feature that XCOM has hidden from you. So when you are hit, your chances of hitting the target are reduced. When you miss a target, your chances for your next shot on that target are raised. But even though your target meter will say 100%, your actual chance is only 95%
Yeah, this
because it has a cap.
this is what annoys me. Um, so yeah, this was interesting because again, I was talking about the predictions. John was doing like a Zelda Rabbids crossover or something of that sort. Was under the impression that the Ubisoft Nintendo love affair was dead in the ground because we hadn't seen anything really since the Star Fox Starlink stuff, and I wondered, was Nintendo a bit they don't want their properties like really touched by this company anymore? But it seems that it's still happening. So yeah, the Miyamoto Yves Gullemot affair is still happening. Could we expect maybe this to signal more? Tim, do you think crossovers between Nintendo and Ubisoft, and if so, of what nature?
Man, so probably one of the more interesting ideas I could come up with is not a crossover per se, but using expertise from the development of a series to do something for Nintendo.
Okay.
Which is you take Sheik or a member of like the Sheikah clan, or even Link being trained in that environment from Zelda, and you make a Splinter Cell style game out of it.
Mm-hmm. I definitely thought you were going to say that take the Assassin's Creed team and make them make Breath of the Wild 3. Because, yeah, that they could definitely learn a lot from that game design.
No.
One of the funniest things to me about this leak is that it was leaked by Nintendo themselves. And they were in no rush to take it down. Like, Nintendo were chilling. They were like, it's out there now.
Nothing we can do. We put it out there. Whoopsie poopsies.
Yeah. Still
It's
up.
supposed to go for like 6 p.m.
That was
it's sick. It went up 6 a.m. Oh,
that was Nintendo just saying, "Hey, this may be a game you're developing, but it's got our characters. It's our right to announce it."
That's an interesting take. So it's a power play by Nintendo. It's like, we'll decide when it gets announced. It's a Mario game, damn it.
So I'd like to take this as a new thing going forward. So Ubisoft aligned Mario Rabbids kind of thing. I would like to see Nintendo align with other game companies and start bringing back like third party IP aligned Nintendo seal of approval games.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm all for Yacht Club with Nintendo. That is my dream.
You know, kind of like how we were talking about another, like Lego lending out the Lego thing to the other developers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, hey, this developer has our Nintendo seal of approval. They have the right to make a game with this property.
Yeah. Not the only leak that has happened before the show. We were talking about on the Wholesome Direct that just happened. There was a leak that happened there as well. Rocksmith Plus, an interactive music learning subscription service, closed PC beta starts today. Apparently, I imagine after the show. I just noticed there's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles happening on screen.
Apparently, Brawlhalla's getting.
Yeah,
apparently Brawlhalla's getting the TMNT.
Yeah.
Neat.
Yeah. I feel like Brawlhalla was like big at the start and then fell off, but Ubisoft are definitely pushing it more now. It almost seems to be.
It is. I believe it is still because, as we've talked about a couple times now, I've been looking into stuff for fighting games and making content on that. I believe this is, on average, currently the most played fighting game on Steam.
Wow. Yeah, definitely a revival of sorts for this franchise. And yeah, Ubisoft, like, were singing its praises during the financial calls as well. So I was interested to see what exactly was happening there. So they got TMNT. Shout out. But no, going back to Rocksmith.
Small acquisition.
Yeah. Going back to Rocksmith. What the hell is this? Will we even see this at the show? Is this just something separate? It doesn't sound like a video game. Like I said, like a more of an educational tool, or like a streaming service almost. Very weird.
Y'all have seen Rocksmith, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's always been a edutainment tool, as it were. So I think it'll just be more of that, except you'll pay a subscription fee. They might just do it where you get all of the songs from both games plus more,
Mm-hmm.
and you just pay the subscription fee.
Yeah. I just feel like Rocksmith initially was always like, this is Guitar Hero, but the next thing.
Guitar.
But this sounds way more like less of a game, I guess. I don't know. It's just the language they're using, and a subscription service as well. Weird.
So the big issue is, all the licensed stuff within Rocksmith. That how much is that subscription fee going to be? Are you going to be paying like you're going to a actual guitar school from a tutor teaching you? Paying like hundreds of bucks a month to get tutored on guitar.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say even if it's $20 a month, probably worth. If you're
I was gonna say
looking to
15
learn guitar,
$20 a month.
because just Rocksmith 2014 remastered. Do any of you know how much DLC that game actually has available on Steam?
No.
A lot.
1,555 pieces of DLC.
Jesus.
It's more than Sims.
Yeah.
It's not more than the
POA.
farming simulator.
So yeah, it'll be weird to see that if it does show up. I'm guessing we're gonna have to mute because of licensed music.
Yeah, that's true.
Far Cry 6. Saw a little bit of that at Summer Games Fest kickoff when Giancarlo Esposito came up and did a little interview for that. It's coming out October 7th, so I imagine we'll see a final sort of check-in here. I expect a heavy focus on chorizo.
Oh, I love chorizo.
Yeah.
Give me that little dude. I want him.
Are they showing Dorf Romantic? Is Dorf Romantic a Ubisoft game?
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah.
What? Okay. All right. Sorry. Don't let me distract you. Far Cry 6. Yeah, I just feel like Ubisoft with their marketing stuff always like to use cuteness or not cuteness necessarily, but use memes as a weapon. And I feel like for Watch Dogs it was the grannies, and with Far Cry 6 it's chorizo. And maybe they're doubling down. Maybe chorizo will have a grandmother dog. Maybe she's vicious. Maybe she's like a German Shepherd or something. I don't know.
I mean, how can you not deny Guapo, the crocodile in a vest?
Yeah. So I just started playing Dorf Romantic recently, and I'm bad at it. But like seeing this massive village that they made is really making me feel bad now.
I actually while we're watching this, aesthetically, I'm really liking this game. It's like I'm assuming it's very chill, like tile laying.
We were talking in Wholesome Direct, and Tim, you were talking about games to play while listening to Press Reset or audiobooks or podcasts. Dorf Romantic is 100% one for that.
Okay.
Yeah, just like very chill. Just like turn the music down in the game, and you're good to go. Because like there's no timer, there's nothing rushing you. You can take your time placing stuff. It's all about thinking ahead. So yeah, a good shout out for that. But no idea why it's at a Ubisoft show. I'm pretty sure that was indie and it's early access. So maybe they're doing like an EA Originals thing. Maybe it's like an indie partnership.
Yeah, so apparently they're showcasing Ubisoft Indie Studio.
Huh. It's weird.
I'm getting very
Scott-
Scott Pilgrim.
I was gonna
vibes
say
from
Scott
this.
Pilgrim was Ubi, wasn't it?
I thought this was Scott Pilgrim.
Initially.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Scott
this is
Pilgrim,
definitely not
licensed
Scott
movie.
Pilgrim, but it looks a lot like it.
Yeah, but Scott Pilgrim was an Ubi game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, they might have gotten some of that team back.
Another thing that we know is going to show up at the show is Riders Republic. Ubisoft have big hopes for this game, according to their financials. I think it's free to play, I believe, and I think they're really expecting this to blow up. I don't know if they're gonna have to really have a good showing for that to happen. I don't know if anyone remembers the trailer from last year, but I went back and watched
chaotic.
it. What'd you say, John?
It was so chaotic. It was just one of those games I was like, all right, you want to ride a dirt bike? You can ride a dirt bike. You want to jump off a mountain? You can jump off a mountain. This is everything, all like Extreme Sports 101. Like it was pretty much X Games, the game,
Mhm.
which is actually a game from like the PlayStation 2 era. I, it's not my jam. I mean, if it's free to play, damn straight, I'll pick it up and I'll just do stuff. But I wonder what the design of the game is actually going to be like in the sense of what am I going to do? Like I'm sure it's going to give me like, all right, do something off the mountain like 14 times and whatnot. But how long will that actually like keep gamers, keep people playing, coming back to it? I was like, all right, well now it's time to put on the wingsuit and check mark everything that's going on in the wingsuit. So that's my biggest concern with Riders Republic is just how are you going to get me to come back to keep on playing?
You know what would do it for people?
Butt rock?
If they bring even a little bit of the creation aspect of Trials
Yes.
into it.
Yeah, that would be cool. I that would bring people back. That good point.
Because I know that for a long time, the Trials games had a lot of success.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, they still do. There
Yeah.
are people still trying to search for hidden Easter eggs within the game that they've, published that require you to do some stupid, absurd stunts in a certain order on certain maps.
Yeah, I was watching the trailer for it last year to sort of remind myself how they're trying to pitch this game, and it was a very bro extreme mentality, and I don't know if that's the way to go. Like, I pulled in a few quotes in my notebook here, like, we say that friends who slay together stay together, go rogue or go home. They kept doing this like we the writers thing, like as if like very much going in on the Republic aspect of it, like we the writers appeal to these constitutional things. It's like, you know what? If I'd like to put a motion to the Congress that we all go home and play Tony Hawk. How about that?
You know what they're trying to do? They're trying to appeal to the crowd that actually enjoyed the new Point Break.
Don't get that reference, but
Yeah, it's a very bro movie.
Yeah.
It's literally just extreme sports and how crazy can you get to like do a heist.
Yeah.
It's
Jumping out of a plane and landing crap.
What was the original? It's Keanu and who?
Keanu and
Patrick Dempsey?
No, what? It wasn't Jeff Bridges.
Is it Patrick Dempsey?
Russell? No, I don't think it was Patrick Dempsey either.
You're talking about a movie I haven't seen in forever. You expect me to know anyone aside from Keanu?
Sorry,
it
not
was a
Patrick
90s
Dempsey.
movie.
Patrick Swayze. It was Swayze.
Swayze, thank you. Yeah, Swayze.
Patrick,
and that's
who?
what it was. It was just a bro movie about surfing and Keanu staying in this. Whoa.
Yeah.
And then they updated 2017, I believe, and it was very disappointing.
Yeah.
Yeah. What everyone knows that movie for, if they're like my age or your age, Finn, is the MythBusters episode where they were talking about the skydiving fight.
Yeah. So it's like that mentality, and I if Ubisoft want this game to blow up, I feel like they have to pitch to people like I have to be able to see myself playing this game, and to do that you have to capture a feeling. And I definitely don't think the bro thing is the way to go with this. If you're going to try and get loads of people in on day one, I definitely don't think that's the way to go. And I kind of want them to go a different way with it, because the gameplay actually looks cool. The sort of maps they made, there's so much like gameplay variety, BMXing and extreme sports, and it looks like something you could at least have a fun night with. Like, I look at something like Chivalry 2, and like that does a way better job in getting people just to like dip their toe in, I think, than Riders Republic has so far. But I think that Ubisoft really want this to be their free-to-play game that they can model everything else around, and I just don't know if it's going to land that way.
You know how you market this game?
Okay.
Instead of showing people shredding, all you do is a ragdoll compilation.
Yeah.
That's how you market it.
That would be cool.
The best part of that trailer was the bit where like they were all coming down the mountain at once on the BMXs, and like there were these people in like weird mascot costumes, and they kept bumping into shit, like eating shit on the floor, and that was the best part of the trailer. So I say go all in on that, Ubisoft.
Yeah.
So we're talking about being a game pulling you into its,
It's concept,
aura,
it's pitch,
essentially.
yeah.
Yeah, it's concept, it's pitch, and I'm gonna bring it up. Sorry, but I'm bringing up the hit massively multiplayer game Final Fantasy 14
There
with
we go.
its free
There we
trial
go. Yeah,
to
tell me
level
about it.
60.
Tell me
Uh,
what Riders
so-
Republic can learn
I'm
from
sorry,
FF14.
So,
Sorry, you
uh,
play Final Fantasy?
Yeah, I never
oh,
heard.
I do.
Yeah.
Right? It's a little niche. You may have not heard of it. But essentially, what Final Fantasy has been doing, especially with its trailers and stuff like that, just trying to encapsulate that feeling of being an epic warrior of light, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And it's gotten to the point to where it has pulled in World of Warcraft players into it for the concept and got them staying. And one of the biggest and haters of World of Warcraft, Asmongold, not hater of World of Warcraft, hater of Final Fantasy 14, Asmongold, has finally given up and is trying 14.
Yeah.
That's how much of an encapsulating concept it has.
Mm-hmm.
So what they can learn is by showcasing what epic things you can do. Not the bro moments, not the, slapping fists together, chugging beers, and, oh, dude. Just, show what cool things you can do and cool concepts.
Oh, that was awesome. All right,
Chugging
we're about.
beers, huh?
What'd you say?
Chugging beers.
Yeah.
And slapping hands.
That's totally the vibe that trailer was going for.
Slap hands.
Assassin's Creed, I imagine we'll see some more DLC stuff. They keep talking about post-launch plans for that game. But I wonder, they're obviously not going to show the next mainline Assassin's Creed game here, but they always like to make Assassin's Creed part of it in some way. Maybe some little peripheral stuff gets shown, maybe another Assassin's Creed Chronicles, something like that, or they just announced like a bunch of Netflix shows that are partnering with Ubisoft, so maybe an Assassin's Creed TV something or other could always work. I don't know if we're expecting anything more Assassin's Creed here other than Valhalla.
Probably just more DLC. I think there's still. I mean, I'm pretty sure that we're not getting like the full new next Assassin's Creed until 2022. I think that they're gonna actually go on the break and they're gonna make sure that they finish whatever they're doing with Valhalla, even though it's like 120 freaking hours.
Too long.
I saw rumors going around that the next one that they're working on is actually bigger than Valhalla.
Oh my god,
So
please.
that's coming from Schreier.
Scale it down, man.
So-
Scale it down.
And
So-
I just wonder, like, how are we getting to a point, like, with video games in general, just like, all right, I understand you want us to live in there, but some of us just want 10, 20, 30 hours and then get out and keep on going.
Yes.
Like, I fell off of Assassin's Creed because, I mean, I didn't get to the title screen until like 7 hours into the game, and then I was like 40 hours in, and I'm like, oh, I'm only like 10% done with this game.
It is a matter of respect for a game to be only 20 hours long. That's like, you value my time, and I appreciate it, and I will give you my time.
The thing is it's a hard line to toe of a game being too short or too long.
Mm-hmm.
And when you factor in, is like Resident Evil 8, it was a satisfying 10 to 11 hour experience.
And
I
then
would
after
like
that,
games
it
like
becomes a satisfying 5-hour experience on every subsequent playthrough.
Yeah. Give me something I can play long for the first time, but subsequent playthroughs are shorter and shorter because I've known the game, I know the back corners pretty easily, and I can find the items I need, or I've carried over items. And not everything has to be, a sprawling open world, 50 million collectibles here, find the feathers to get a cool cape kind of game.
Yeah.
You just... A satisfying condensed experience is something certain games should be moving towards, because right now our time is valuable.
Yeah, and without
I like
spoiling
the
anything.
wide linear concept,
Mhm.
and I really look at God of War 2018 when it comes to that one. Just
Mhm.
yeah, it wasn't fully open world, but I got to explore a little bit, and it respected my time and made me keep on. And I beat the game, but that was one of the ones that I was like, I think this is going to be huge. It's going to take me forever, and I actually don't remember the clock time of that one, but it was one of those like, oh good, I'm done with it. It still kind of kept me that, like I said, the wide linear where it was, oh, I can go off the beaten path for a little bit, and then I got to come back, puzzles were the same way. It wasn't, okay, well, in game, I'm going to go 200 miles that direction, jump on a boat that's going to take me 45 minutes to get to the other side to finish one freaking quest.
Yeah.
That is going to
Yeah.
do me very little to nothing, but I have to keep on going. And I think I can't even get excited. Like, I love Assassin's Creed, but I cannot get excited for a game that is bigger than Valhalla.
Yeah.
And honestly, a game that is that big, sprawling, take your boat 45 minutes to get across the world map just to complete a quest, you have to make that quest exciting and rewarding, worth it for my time. If
You have
I'm
to
going to
make it
spend,
like its own game story within itself.
Yes.
you have to make it worth my time because, yeah, I could do this side quest like I'm going to do, but if I only get like 20 gold and a hearty pat on the back for basically saving this corner of the world, I'm going to feel upset and I'm not going to come back to you.
All right, there are
So-
2 minutes left. We have to move on to the quick fire round.
Mhm.
I have
Right.
5 franchises here that I'm going to call out, and then you're going to tell me whether we see them here today at all.
Oh.
First one, Skull and Bones.
No.
No,
No Skull and Bones.
no.
I feel like this game needs a grand re-debut.
I memed about it, but no.
If it gets a reboot, it has to go to Keeley then
Right.
for it to come back.
Mm-hmm.
Prince of Persia: Sands of Time remake.
No.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
No, I think they've got to fix it too much before they show his face again.
Yeah, that's what I wrote. This one needs to ease concerns. Splinter Cell.
Yes.
I wish.
In what form, John?
I
Do you
think
are you just trolling? Are you gonna say like Sam Fisher in a
No, no,
mobile
no.
game, or
I think we'll at
No,
least see the anime.
I'm not trolling. I actually think, I think we're too separated out from Sam Fisher and Ubisoft and Splinter Cell that with them, Ubisoft and Netflix, that deal that they announced yesterday, I would, minus those who have grown up with it, there's kids that are like, what the shit is Splinter Cell and who the hell is Sam Fisher? I think with that, it doesn't need to be a direct tie-in, but it needs to be, here's the game. Oh, by the way, wait, I'm on Netflix. Is that the same Splinter Cell? Who the hell is? I can play this game with Sam Fisher. I think we will see Splinter Cell, an actual game and not a mobile game.
really quick? Just,
maybe a tie.
yes or no? We've got 2 more here. Beyond Good and Evil 2. Is it showing
No.
up? All right.
Nope.
Rayman is the last one. Any
Maybe.
Rayman love, other than Rabbids?
I
Yes.
want to see Rayman, but
Right.
I don't
I'm
think
not
so.
getting it.
Here we go.
Okay, countdown to the countdown. Woohoo.
That was the same countdown. All right, let's get into this. Ubisoft Forward, ladies and gentlemen. Subscribe to Playhouse YouTube channel to not miss any of our E3 coverage over the week. Let's go. Let's do this. I'm just gonna turn it up a little bit.
Thank you.
Give Ubisoft
Hi
props
everyone,
for their
and welcome
logo.
to Ubisoft
Look at
Forward.
this set.
I'm Neela.
And I'm Yusuf.
And
We're so
already the
thrilled
question
to
I
be
was
back
about to
hosting
ask
Ubisoft
Finn was
Forward.
dead.
Over the next
was
hour,
what if
we'll give
Aisha
you
Tyler's
guys
here?
all the
I-
latest
I
news and exciting
Didn't write it
announcements
on my
from
notes, but
Ubisoft.
thought about it.
We've got so much in store for you today, including
Didn't think the
deeper looks
the
at
gang
Far Cry
would
6,
want that
Riders
conversation
Republic,
topic
and
again.
Rainbow Six, plus a few other surprises you'll find out about soon
Okay,
enough.
I appreciate the
Neil,
subtitles.
I'm
Yes.
excited. We're filming this together. We got this gorgeous set. E3 is back. But I know why y'all are here. You want to see games. So let's get right into it.
Let's
That set
get
just
right
Rainbow
into
Six
it.
operators are facing off against an evolving and deadly threat. You'll no doubt have noticed that the alien parasite has spread to new areas. It's time to suit up and step into the containment zone.
Here's a deeper look at Rainbow Six Extraction.
Time to quarantine.
Yeah.
Let's just get this one out of the way.
Yep.
We had to change the name.
The
because
name is
we didn't
different now.
expect
Until a piece of it fell.
We weren't expecting 2020 to happen.
We're sorry we caused this.
No, you don't realize Kojima caused it.
Yeah.
I hate that Kojima calls everything. Like, he has some sort of future sixth sense to predict disaster.
But it
Nah, you see,
evolved.
Keith, he gave someone a Keyblade with
So
eye
we
in it.
did too.
One of our own is MIA. I need an extraction team, now.
If There's a way to stop them. You will
I'm
find
gonna
it,
admit I'm a little bit on the back burner for this because Rainbow Six is
but I
not
know
my jam. But you know, I know friends who are into it, so I'm happy for them.
first.
You have friends who are hard in on Rainbow Six Siege, but this feels different. It's using the Rainbow Six property, but not in the way that Siege is using it, I think. I think they're still
Yeah.
going with Siege as its own thing. And this is more story heavy. Maybe a looter shooter. Not really sure.
I don't think it's a looter shooter. I think it's like Back for Blood and
A horde
Left 4
shooter.
Dead.
Yeah, it's looking like that now that you're saying it.
Which is super weird to me because Rainbow Six has always been the super tactical, like, small team going in against a small group of people that have invaded a house or something, like even back to the N64. So it's surprising to me that they're using the property for a horde game.
Yeah, look at this. We got some drone stuff happening, a little bit of tactics.
Could you imagine being tactical in a zombie situation where they're just swarming you? Hold on, let me place my drone. Oops.
Yuck.
Ooh, that was neat.
See what you did there. We're coming.
Oh.
Check. Make for the exit. An apex. Get down.
Predator, is that you?
Yeah, I was gonna say that looks like a predator.
Ooh. I have to admit the designs are pretty neat.
Not so fast.
Yeah, very recognizable for anyone who's played
That-
Left 4 Dead or something.
That would have killed the girl beneath that, by the way.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. Suspend your disbelief. Chris Redfield, is that you?
You are throwing me a party.
Yeah. Too bad you missed all the
They don't
fun.
know she's infected, and the whole game's point is pointless now because the thing that needs to be quarantined is in the place that's quarantining it.
Oh my god. September 16th. A Ubisoft original, yeah, that's right. I forgot they're using that terminology for all their games now. Ubisoft originals.
What's this?
Now,
Looks
I
like
know
a
you must have
interview.
a ton of
Yeah.
questions after seeing that trailer.
I was about to say, these
We
graphics
have
are really good.
answers, as well as a full gameplay walkthrough.
Rendered by the
Rendered just
PS5.
like 5.
My name is Richard. I'm your resident
God,
community
that's a
developer
running
coming to
joke
you
in
from North
Playhouse.
Carolina. We're thrilled to be back to give you an introduction to Rainbow Six Extraction.
Even when we're on like
I
the
would-
PlayStation 6, it will still
With me
say
today
rendered
in
by the
Montreal,
PS5
I have
as a
Bruno
name.
Milan, our lead technical director.
I'm
Alicia
gonna love it,
Gauthier,
by the
game
way,
designer, to
if
walk us through.
anybody in this
Alicia,
presentation,
what
which
can we
I'm
tell
sure
our
they
players
won't, since
about
it's all
Extraction?
pre-recorded, if anyone slips up and calls it quarantine,
Yeah, they
You
forgot
might
to edit
think you
it
know what you're
out.
getting
I'll
into
know that,
since
Pien.
there's going to be some of your favorite Rainbow
Ugh.
Six operators, but it's going to be completely different because this time you're not fighting against each other. You're coming together to face an unprecedented, evolving alien threat. Some of the operators'
You're buddies
abilities,
now.
gadgets, and tech should feel familiar to Siege players. But this time, as you progress through the game, you'll unlock new ability upgrades and a whole new arsenal specifically designed to take on this new threat.
So
Okay,
the
I'm
operators we
expecting
just
loot
saw
box.
in that trailer are very familiar. But what happened to Hibana?
She got captured. In extraction, you're always putting it
Oh,
all
Hibana.
on the line. If you or a teammate falls
was one
during
of
an
the real
incursion,
ones.
you're gonna go missing in action. You can't play MIA operators until they're safely recovered. You and your squad are gonna have to come back together to get back in there.
we're
and
gonna
get
take
them
your
out.
characters away from you.
Yeah,
and
is it
it's just
just
like
Every
failing, you're
time
not gonna
you
be
go
able
in
to
the
play the
containment
game.
zone,
Is
you
it just like
risk
you're
all your
unlocking
progress
characters,
and
or
upgrades.
is
So
it like
stay on
some
your toes
some weeks
and
they
weigh
turn
every
characters
move you
off
make.
and like they got caught
Balancing
again?
that risk and reward scenario is going to be tough. Bruno, can you tell us a little bit more about the
I was
alien
like, damn it,
threat?
Jeff.
What is it? Who are they? And where do they come from?
What we know is the Archemes are an evolved form of the parasite that was first detected few years ago during the outbreak event in New Mexico. But a lot have changed since. the parasite has spread to 3 new regions, emerging in several containment zones within New York, San Francisco, and Alaska. This is what we know so far. Within the containment zones, the alien ecosystem is in a continual evolution, as incubation nests and their sprawling tissue spawn
Been waiting for him to
procedurally,
say the
taking
quarantine
over
zone.
different areas of the map in reaction to the player presence.
The
Yeah, they're
parasite is
really staying
always
away from that
spreading,
word.
always evolving. But it didn't look too happy about the operators disturbing their new home. What are we facing off against?
Well, the black goo-like sprawl is probably the first thing you will take on. It spreads to the map once your presence is detected, slowing your progress and helping the Arkeens. Some of the other threats you may have seen in the trailer are the long-range spiker, the explosive breacher, the shape-shifting tormentors, and the apex. There's a lot more species of Arkeens and mutation that have
Where's
been
this guy's
observed.
accent from?
More to come on that very
Do you
soon.
know? I love it.
Thank you both so
Montreal.
much for joining me.
Montreal.
I'm really excited to dig into more of the details. We still have crossplay to talk about. Yes, that's right. Extraction will bring everyone together regardless of the platform. And for our Rainbow Six Siege community, we have exclusive unlocks for you in both games. Okay.
There you go. Get that
We've been waiting
crossover.
long enough. Let's take an exclusive first look at some gameplay
Man,
footage.
it just makes
Here
me think every
is
time
Rainbow
I
Six
hear about
Extraction.
crossplay, though, what we found out about how PlayStation or how Sony charges
Yeah.
for the perceived losses
pay
they're
up.
taking from the.
Gotta pay up. Ubisoft are paying up.
Welcome to Rainbow Six Extraction, the new tactical co-op
MiHoYo's
shooter
paying
game
up, too.
where Rainbow Six operators are dropped
Yep.
into alien territory. In today's walkthrough, we're on a mission to investigate anomalies identified at the Orpheus Research Center in Alaska. HQ will provide additional instructions.
We need new data on the
I'm waiting for
parasite's
the
underground
subtitles like
network.
HQ means
It's
headquarters.
evolving, adapting. Plant
The
auto
fan
trackers
subs
on
for the
dormant nets.
Ubisoft forward.
Don't destroy them or we'll lose the trackers.
Just that one
As a
piece of
squad
subtitling
three,
is in yellow.
Ella,
Yeah.
Alibi, and Sledge will use their operator abilities to complete objectives,
Start playing an
assist each
anime
other,
song near the
and
end.
obliterate Arkeans in their way.
Drone spinning up.
That's a grunt. Easy for a nest to incubate and bring to life, not so easy to eliminate in large numbers.
Converge on location.
I don't envy the people who play
Alien
like a lot of
reacts
these
to
games who
intrusions
have
in
to
their
keep
ecosystem,
a memory of all the
including
different
operators.
memes for all the different zombies across
So
different
stealth
games.
tactics are the way to go.
There's grunts, there's brutes, there's boomers,
Visual on
there's
nest.
what's the other one?
Flickers,
Trackers
blitzers,
for our
tanks,
reality.
Yeah, so many. They're all
smokers,
different.
jockeys.
Yeah.
Jeff Goldblum.
Woodies.
Auto tracker activated.
The parasite generates sprawl, a substance that connects the whole ecosystem. Alert an Archean,
Oh, God,
and
that's
a
gonna-
nearby nest wakes up too.
I'm afraid the
Arkeans
sprawl's
move
gonna take up
faster
a
in
lot of
sprawl.
render
Operators
power.
Yeah, look at the lighting on that sprawl.
Yeah.
The squad can use their react light to see bioluminescent properties in Archeans
Shoot it in
and
the
in the
butt.
environment.
At his butt. They
Contrast
detailed
with
modeled his
Dead
ass.
targets.
By the way, this is no longer the Wholesome Direct. You are with the R-rated crowd.
Yeah, in case you couldn't tell,
Scientists are gaining
this is not the Wholesome Direct anymore.
Identifying Archean variants helps the team determine the best approach to take them out.
Scan grenade.
Scan grenades.
Spotted a ruler.
Oh.
It can immobilize anyone in front of it, so Sledge will swing around back.
Get out of there before the
I
swarm
have to keep on telling myself these aren't zombies. I was like, why are they like just disintegrating the headshot and then it's a
They're aliens.
Alien.
aliens, yeah.
Did you do the hands?
I really want DLC where we can play as Will Smith.
That was close.
That's all I want.
Here,
Welcome
the
to
team
Earth.
can regroup and resupply. Airlock doors will
I mean,
open
it
onto
wouldn't
the
be the
next
first
subzone,
one, but
which will
I'd
be
be
tougher
surprised
than
if
the
there
first.
ends up being a Ripley DLC.
Yeah.
Ah.
We need tissue
Oh
samples
wait,
from
we're
God.
gonna.
and we need the
That'd be a
frog.
great
Use your react
thing to
rate.
throw in the xenomorphs.
Mm.
Yeah, it'll
we
be a
can't have that
community
because it's in
event for
Fortnite.
sure. Is that the
Can't
rule?
have it 'cause it's. Yeah, it's already in Fortnite. You can't have it.
Does that mean Epic go
Wait,
Marvel
but
now?
it was.
Yeah.
Wait, but it was in Mortal Kombat first.
It's the rule. He said.
Right there. React.
They own it
Because
now.
the big thing, because the big thing is, young kids going to be like watching the movies are gonna be like, is that girl from Fortnite?
That's your
You
target.
make me sad when you say stuff like that.
Don't
but
put
you
it
are
to
correct.
death just yet. Get that sample.
We've located a spiker.
Max's
It can fire
Maximilian Dude's
armor-piercing
own daughter is like, you
projectiles.
named me after a
Alibi
Fortnite
before
character.
it's in the hall.
Oh no! Oh no! He's gonna be like, listen here, you little shit.
That
watch
would be
this."
very funny to hear Max tell that story.
The squad can use React tech to go further in incursions. The more intel they collect, the more tech they'll have at their disposal to fight off this threat.
This is a full game,
It's all
right?
about
This isn't
teamwork.
Yeah, no,
just
this is
DLC.
this is a whole
Yeah,
new
full
thing.
Okay.
Creating a choke point is a
Yeah,
good
very
idea
much
to
like
increase the arcane
touchstones from Rainbow Six Siege to let you know, like, hey, if you love that game, jump on this. They actually are selling the sort of tactical
That's the way.
shooter in a zombie
That's
setting
the
quite
React
well.
threat sensor.
Yeah.
Smasher incoming.
It's a smasher, not a brute. Right.
Yeah, totally not a brute.
Auto mod. Okay, that was gonna allow.
Wow, that did it. Take out the leader. No leader for the Archies to follow.
Another
Playhouse
objective
Live
complete.
used ad term permitted. Get
The squad
fucked.
can either exploit the extraction point to bring in the latest intel or move to the next airlock. The third subzone will be the most challenging yet. A true test of both tactical team strategy and operator reflexes.
Some Archeans are responding to an elite as if they're communicating. No way we'd let them mobilize.
I do
against
enjoy
us.
that we're not at the point in Ubisoft where we're doing the like fake team voiceover thing anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved seeing those videos though.
They were so cringe but so great.
Well, no, but the videos where it was like a side-by-side of the Ubisoft presentation and actual people playing the game and it's just them shouting at each other.
noob. Get
Learn to
fucked.
play the game.
Uninstall.
Yeah, tactical inbound. Yeah, Charlie down, Charlie down. Fuck you, you son of a bitch.
You just hear the keyboard slamming on the table as they rage quit.
So Strider, my guess as to why this is a thing, because I will admit I'm surprised to see a Horde zombie game outside of Back 4 Blood in recent years. I would say it's probably just because easy asset flip.
An operator is now
Also,
MIA.
it has been a long time that Siege has been out, so you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You need something to spice it up.
Yeah. It's sort of like Mario Kart. Like you don't need a new Mario Kart because the current one's still doing so well, but you know, just give us another Mario Kart. You know what I'm saying?
You heard it.
Yeah, I
A
kind of like a
rescue
new
mission is
Mario
underway.
Kart, considering
React still needs you.
this one. They might as well make a new one because this one's still $60.
Operators, it's time to unite and stand together against this emerging threat. Squad up with friends in co-op or step into the containment alone.
Stay tuned for more Rainbow Six Extraction intel coming very soon.
Oh, get that intel.
If you think fighting aliens is tough, try learning guitar.
I hear it.
Well, that was a
Straight
segue.
into it.
10 years ago, Rocksmith redefined music learning by introducing the first console game that taught
All right, we
millions
might have
how
to
to play
mute it.
guitar.
Whether you're already an expert or just starting out, Rocksmith has an approach that's for everyone. A fun and interactive way to learn guitar, playing your favorite songs. And in the decade since its release, our community and its impact have only amplified.
This year, let's turn it up to 11. And
So
see what's next
Rocksmith
for
is good,
Rocksmith.
Strider, but it's just the cable. The cable.
And now they're turning it into a subscription model, which, you know, okay.
What if they announce it's
Could work.
cableless or like a new cable?
Yeah, a new cable that's $100.
Yeah, I was gonna say a new cable and it
Nah,
costs
just like-
more money.
I'll give you a cable. Fuck it, I'll have a cable.
Well, so a cable came with like the physical edition.
Oh,
of the
you can
game.
connect with your phone now.
There you go.
All right. All right.
Never
Are we allowed to play this song?
I don't know. That's a good point. You know what? I'm gonna turn it way down to the point where they definitely can't hear it anymore. Remix.
So,
Oops.
and yeah, I don't know if anyone else knew this, but they did actually have guitar tuning in the original, so it's good to see that, you know, they're still making use of that.
Nice. Oh, that did suck. You got a 67. Amateur.
Oh, personalized recommendations. So you're Spotify now.
Yeah, what if... That's why I was thinking, like, what if they did have a thing where it's like, we'll link it with your Spotify to make the subscription either, like, cheaper or, like, eliminate it entirely. That'd be cool.
I think that would be cool. I would be okay with that.
Yeah.
Now, my biggest question is if they have Live and Learn by Crush 40.
Live and learn.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, I could definitely.
Come on, guys, you want to rock?
Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
Yeah.
And here is this new song called "Smells Like Teen Spirit."
We're gonna call them Playhouse Jam Sessions. We're all buying this game.
Are we gonna call them that? Okay. All right. I'll play the
Now,
maracas.
you might have heard of this song. It's called "Stairway to Heaven."
Little known
I actually
indie
don't
piece.
know
Producer
hadn't
at
heard of that song.
Ubisoft San Francisco, and Rocksmith has truly been a dream project for me. As a lifelong gamer and a touring musician, Rocksmith is what I wish I had when I started learning music. And that's why I'm thrilled to share the next evolution of music learning, Rocksmith Plus, a new interactive music
couldn't
learning
give it a better
subscription
name?
service available this year.
No.
Learn how to
They
play
literally
guitar
could have
and
called it
bass by
Rocksmith
playing along
Live.
to master recordings
Yeah.
of your
I mean,
favorite
they're
songs.
taking the
Connect your
advantage
instrument
of like
to your PC,
Disney Plus,
console,
Hulu
or
Plus.
mobile device.
Says
Get
the Square
real-time
Enix fan.
feedback
Like, what
as
if they
you
called
play.
it Rocksmith
Connecting
1.5
with
HD
Rocksmith
remix?
Plus will be easier than ever.
You know what I mean?
Now you
Like,
can use your phone.
Project Rocksmith Traveler. Like, come on. Rocksmith
Log
Plus
in,
was the easy
sync to
thing, but
Rocksmith Plus,
people
set
understand it.
down, and play along.
Project
Now,
Rocksmith Duo
acoustic players
Dasum.
and electric players with amps can use
Intergrade?
Rocksmith Plus
Tales of
with
Rocksmith.
no
Back half?
extra gear needed.
Rocksmith
It's a game
NT.
changer. And we're excited
Oh,
to
I'm
reveal
glad I can make fun of
Rocksmith
Square
Plus
Enix
will
because
have
I
a
love them so
huge
much.
amount of songs at launch.
I get the
All songs in
absurdity.
the library will have chord charts that'll be perfect for rhythm players. who
Finn's
wanna
just
learn
waiting
the
for Rocksmith
foundation of a
Insane
song
Edition.
to hum and strum along to. We'll still
The
have the
Rocksmith
note
Insane
for note
trilogy.
authentic arrangements for players that want to play songs exactly how the artist
Rocksmith
originally
Team
played
Racing.
them. And each week we'll release
Rocksmith
a steady
Reignited.
stream of new authentic arrangements to keep growing that portion of the library. We're also introducing the Rocksmith Workshop, a new tool that lets users create
Oh.
and add their own arrangements.
Okay.
Songs we've
Okay, that's
licensed.
cool.
Your subscription
Now we're
will
gonna
give
have
you
meme
access to
charts.
all the
Great.
For songs they've
More
licensed.
content than ever
Oh.
before, including
gonna say-
genres beyond rock.
We're gonna have meme
hip-hop,
charts in
country,
Rocksmith.
Latin, R&B, all sorts of metal
I see Franz
subgenres.
Ferdinand's
We'll
Take
have
Me Out
music
there.
from
They
all
have their
over
own
the
music
legends,
in there.
from big
I saw
stars
Assassin's
to
Creed
indie
4.
darlings.
So yeah, they have their
It's
own music
the
in there.
most
Yeah, I guess,
diverse
yeah.
song library ever
Hey,
seen
Finn, it
in
means you
music
can learn
learning
how to play
software.
Ezio's Family
Oh,
now.
dude.
I was gonna
We still have
say.
our proven practice features
And
like
cry while
adaptive
doing it.
difficulty
Yeah.
and riff repeat, which let you practice and learn at your own pace.
That would be a
or
good live
slow
stream.
down
Just me
and
weeping.
repeat tricky parts until you master
Wait,
them.
you mean cry over the
We've
fact that every
improved
time
those
you play an
features in
Assassin's
Rocksmith
Creed
Plus
game, you're going to
and
be
are
reminded that
introducing
they
new
use the
ones. Beginner and
theme of the
intermediate
best
players
game that you're
will
never going to
benefit
get to
from
play
more
again as the main
personalized
theme of the
learning.
entire
Thanks
franchise
to an
now.
enhanced recommendation system.
You
and
woke
more
up today and
robust
chose
progress
violence,
tracking.
didn't you? Like, what?
Players won't just see their growth on a single
Coffee and violence,
They can now
okay?
measure their progress technique by technique
I don't drink coffee.
across the board.
Chose
And
Dr.
overall,
Pepper and
offer
violence.
a better sense of how you're improving over time. Advanced players will be happy to know we're introducing a new Rocksmith Tablets review. That way you could take advantage of
Every
Rocksmith
minute
Plus's song
more we talk
library
about
and
Rocksmith
practice
Plus is a
tools
minute taken
in a
away
format
from
that's
Beyond Good and Evil
familiar
2.
and one that will hone your tab reading skills.
You know,
they're just-
We're
them,
excited to announce that you can register
Huh?
for a chance
them
to
mentioning this
participate in our
tablature system,
closed
I can
beta
just
right after
feel
the show.
like the thigh
Visit our
gripping
website at
of
rocksmith.com to get an
actual
early look
guitar
at Rocksmith
teachers
Plus and help us
as
test
they're like,
and
no,
create
not the
future
tabs.
of music learning. Thank you so much to the amazing fans who have enjoyed and supported Rocksmith over the past 10 years.
You're welcome.
Let's jam together with Rocksmith Plus for another 10.
No, I don't think you understand, Strider. Beyond Good and Evil 2 gets
Register
0
now for a
seconds.
chance to play the Rocksmith Plus beta.
I wouldn't be. I have
Summer's coming,
acoustic
and
guitar. I wouldn't
nothing
be
gets
against
thrill
trying
seekers'
this out.
blood flowing like bright sun and fresh
Did
trails.
they mention a price
And
point? I
Riders
didn't
Republic
actually
will
hear.
give them
No.
just that.
Last year,
Hey,
you got a
Riders
first look at our
Republic.
Here they
massive
come, let's see.
multiplayer outdoor
See what
sports
they got.
extravaganza. Since then, the
Ragdolls,
project's
come on,
grown by
Ragdolls.
jumps and grinds.
Come on, make it as goofy as freaking Fall Guys.
Come
They
on,
could
bro,
go the
Seth.
other way about it. They could go all in on the bro thing to the point where it's ironic, and we're all in on the joke. Looks like this is
Well,
what
they're going
their CD
goofy.
budget went through this year.
Greetings, thrill seekers.
Okay.
This is the Riders Ridge, the Republic's stomping
Oh,
ground.
dude, it's the Riders
Oh,
Ridge.
Bruh,
From here,
Shaw.
you can be like-minded riders,
Shaw.
it's free to play.
manage your career,
You guys like
learn
loot
to nail
boxes?
those wild
Sick.
moves, stay stylish, share your creations with the Republic.
Remember not to drink and
Stay
die.
on top of the latest news,
My favorite thing to come out of
and
the
take
day
up
is
some
now
ferocious
Yes, we do,
multiplayer
Strider.
action, like free-for-all or
That's my
trick
suggestion to
battles,
everyone.
6 versus 6 team
play more Tony Hawk.
competition.
Oh, tricks battle, so horse. No, not horse.
So, here's how it works. Performing
I think
big
it's
tricks
just
on
a
the
trick
modules
attack,
will
like a
turn
star
them from
attack.
red to blue.
Yeah.
Every trick that you
For-
stop
oh, no.
will contribute
It's
to your
Splatoon
team's overall
tricks.
score. You still with me? Okay. When your team has turned all the modules blue, you capture that district, which will help multiply your score into the big
Like
time.
the game looks, for lack of a better word, rad.
To unlock more content, you gotta earn those stars.
You had to choose.
What's
round.
that? It's the word that came to mind. Like,
So,
look at this
you
stuff,
wanna
the
be the
first
boss
person
of your own
BMX stuff.
career.
That looks so cool.
The world's most famous competitions are waiting for you.
You could have gone gnarly. You could have gone totally tubular.
Oh, you hear the breathing sound effects. Oh my god.
Now, so John, quick question: are you sold if someone goes cowabunga, dude?
Now,
Sure.
some
I mean, if
might
you can
say
actually put
the
it
best
in and make
parts
it
of the
sound
Republic can be
normal, I'm down.
found in the city playground. We've got modules that you can slay for days.
Slay.
Oh my god. Wow, they're really going 70s, 80s, 90s skater punk.
Yeah.
Maybe you're all about living on the edge.
Oh,
Either way,
dude. Yeah.
That dude
Fuck yeah.
lost his leg.
right rig.
See, that's what you want to see.
We've all got our preferences.
Like, you bump into a rock doing that shit, your leg gone.
Thank goodness the sound is a little
that
bit
Jeff?
low because now playing licensed music.
Oh yes. Definitely.
Now, you know what the ultimate Easter egg is in this?
All right, I get it.
Go ahead.
Sometimes
They
you
put
just
in
jump
Tony
into
Hawk.
the
Very top and doing one of the free falls from Assassin's Creed.
Nah,
Oh
they
my God.
put in Tony Hawk, and nobody knows who it is.
Until he picks up a
Damn.
skateboard.
That's right. Everything you do counts. Getting those stars means more rad to be had, and the Republic will abide. There's always
The Republic will abide.
milestones and unlock
Okay,
more
dude.
challenges. It's the Red Bull Joyride, people.
I feel like they are selling this
It's
game well
spectacular.
in spite of the
It's the biggest
voiceover.
stage in slopestyle
yeah.
mountain
Like, it's just
And
GTA Online,
visually-
but you don't have to pay
You
a
can
million
play it
bucks to
versus your
like
friends.
get in it. You just do
Yeah.
the
It's
silly
so,
races.
Oh
so
god,
much more.
that's
And
giving me
more
anxiety right there,
stunts.
though.
The first person mountain bike thing
More
is actually really
sports.
freaking cool. I actually
Yeah.
do like that.
More events.
I have
Yeah.
watched videos of Red Bull's mountain biking
Just
tracks,
more, okay?
and my god,
And the natural
yeah,
Yeah.
outdoor
Finn gets it.
playground
Yeah.
Shit
you
gives
and
you
your
a heart
friends
attack.
enjoy.
Yeah.
Any way that you want.
E.T. reference.
Hey, bro, you remember?
This is the
What
thing
do
I'm
you
talking
say,
about.
buddy?
Look at these races.
We mean it.
People are gonna eat
Look
shit.
at all these riders.
Oh yeah.
It's like Fall Guys, but on BMX.
Does this speak to you?
Imagine if
Don't
they
miss out
actually
on
had
mass
bailing like in
races.
Tony Hawk and Skate.
Yeah.
Woo!
I just want to see a guy in a monkey suit.
I hope they have permadeath.
No, like imagine you're in one of these flight suits and you just like hit the asphalt, and so you just see the blood streak of you getting ground into the pavement.
It's a roguelike, so every time you eat shit, you gain a new ability.
Jet bikes, Jesus Christ.
Like, okay, now this is the wacky, wild kind of shit you actually want to see.
Yeah.
Okay,
2nd of
better foot
September.
forward here.
Yeah, better foot forward,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah. Good showing.
Don't keep the mountains waiting. Riders Republic is coming September 2nd, and you can pre-order now and claim your right to rip.
Okay, so we've seen some of our favorite Rainbow Six operators battling alien parasites, but how's their day job going?
You know, ever since Crimson Heist, we're still trying to clear all those pesky Flores drones off the maps.
Year 6 is off to a blazing start, with Siege passing 200,000 concurrent players a few weeks ago. If you haven't joined in yet, 2021 is the perfect time to drop in.
Do we
Are you gonna
really
make the
need
game
2
free for
Rainbow
a bit?
Sixes?
If you make the game free, I'll try it.
Isn't
I think
it
they've
Game
done
Pass
that
now?
once before, haven't they?
I don't remember how it was.
No,
It should be on Game Pass.
Yeah.
But I feel like I remember them doing like a free giveaway at one point for the
Into
game,
our
so if
journey
they
with
do that
Siege,
again,
we
I'll
are
take this
humbled
opportunity
and
to
grateful for the enthusiastic
actually get
community
into it.
that has supported this growth.
Or at least try
So
it.
today is all about sharing quality of life developments that will dramatically improve player
I have heard
experience.
it is a game you
With the
do not
community
want to play
growing
without a
every
full
day,
team, though.
We've been hard at
Mhm.
work
I'm
finding
100%
ways
do not want
to
to play it
improve
without
your
a full
ability
team.
to play with your friends and meet new players. On June 30th, we are unifying
Hey.
our
I don't
all
want
of these
no.
platforms with crossplay and cross progression.
And Luna.
That any player
Oh,
on
but
Amazon
crossplay and
Luna,
cross-progression.
Stadia, or PC will be able to queue into games together while having a unified account progression.
For
And all the
console
PC players are just
in
going to be
early
like, what the
2022,
hell are you
crossplay will be
doing?
available
Why are
between
you lagging
PlayStation
so
and
much?
Xbox platform,
Hey.
and the cross progression will be available between all platforms.
Okay.
For
Not
these
bad.
updates, we
Not
needed a
bad.
bit more time in order to prepare and make sure they have a smooth launch.
We need to pay Sony a lot of money.
Yeah. We gotta calculate what they owe them
It
using
will
their
finally
weird
allow you to play with your
formula.
friends across different platforms. It also means that your progression will now
If
follow
they
you
play Rainbow Six
anytime
for
and
90%
anywhere
on
you play.
PlayStation, but 10%
We
is on the
know
toilet on their
is a
phone,
feature
then what
a
do you
lot
owe
of
us?
users didn't anticipate.
You owe us $10 million.
We're thrilled to see the enthusiasm its announcement has inspired. From your amazing fan art to the awesome cosplays, the Rainbow Six community is the lifeblood that keeps this game moving forward.
We cannot thank
I mean,
you
any
enough for your
community is
support. It
the
is
lifeblood
because
of the
you
game.
that Siege keeps evolving and growing.
To wrap up, here's a brand new animated trailer starring Thunderbird, the new Defender joining Team Rainbow. Check this out.
Animated as in 3D or animated as in 2D?
I think they do. Yeah, they do 2D animated
Oh.
trailers for characters in this
Ready?
game. Yeah.
6 years ago, I met a pilot. She saved my life.
Then we were attacked by a bear.
Brr.
And that's how it ended.
I mean, have you seen Wolverine Origins?
Have you seen The Revenant?
Grizzly
That
Man?
symbol.
Now that's what you need
What
to
does it
Ooh.
mean?
This jacket was
Can
my
we just
father's.
add Wolverine to
Gagu
Siege,
Wakal.
please?
Wichahpi. The creator's
No,
scar
remember
has
you
many
just said
meanings.
he can't be added to other
Love,
things. He was in Fortnite.
Yep.
wisdom,
Yep.
All
Zero.
right.
bravery.
Suits you.
Epic wins.
Listen,
right.
I need to get this
Epic
bird
wins
tonight.
again.
Fucking epic.
Damn you, Tim
Try to
Sweeney.
get some rest.
You're the boss.
Tim, is this 2D?
You're up.
Again, I can't
yes.
tell.
It's 2D, hand painted.
Yeah, it's 2D.
I believe you.
Okay, I believe.
I was
What's
just
happening?
about to say it. Damn Kingdom Hearts memes.
Yes, shoot the player to give away your position to the bird. Oh god.
Yes, because a flare's gonna stop a bear.
I was expecting like shoot it in the mouth.
Why don't you ask
That's kind of where I
And
was
just
going
like
to.
down throat and choke on it.
Really bad acid reflux.
It's like that's worse than Batman's shark repellent.
New projects aren't the only things to be excited about this year. Take a look at the incredible updates coming to our live games in 2021.
Our live
Like,
games.
seriously though, you shoot a bear with a flare, it's just gonna piss it off.
Trackmania is insane. The speedrunning community in that game is fascinating to watch videos on.
I mean, the speedrunning community for most any game is insane.
Yeah, it's just unique
I like
for a racer where like you have to like, because they're toy cars, they're not like real cars, so you can use like collision as a tool. Like you're bouncing off walls. It's crazy.
Oh, it's Fall Guys, but cars.
Yeah, that's totally Fall Guys. Find some water.
You think we'll be getting a 2B car?
Oh my god.
I was watching Kind of Funny react to that trailer, and Andy Cortez made me laugh by saying, "I can't believe they sexualized the beans."
2-bean, baby, 2-bean.
Oh, the crew.
Still going strong.
Still not gonna. It's still not gonna beat Need for Speed Underground 2.
I really like the first crew. I never played the second one though.
Bloodline.
DLC with Aiden Pierce and
Aiden Pierce. Won't that get you back in, Tim?
I still have my statue and my mask.
I do too.
Return to Watch Dogs. That was an order to you, Tim.
Return to Watch Dogs because we know you haven't played
Subliminal messaging. Return to Watch Dogs.
From the release of the Ghost experience to the latest teammate update, Ghost Recon Breakpoint keeps evolving. Thanks.
I forget that this game even exists.
Yeah, there's so many Ubisoft games that you just keep remembering. Oh,
as 2021 marks the 20th anniversary of the Ghost Recon franchise, we are happy to announce that there are still many more surprises to come.
That's not an announcement.
Stay tuned, Ghosts.
You can't announce an anniversary. We all knew it was coming.
Just in case you didn't know,
Just
we're
Dance
turning
has
20
always
this
been
year.
about connecting with friends and family. When
We're almost able to do
Here's
it.
an invite to my birthday party. You don't have
So
to
move the
come,
coffee
but
table,
you know,
alert
just
the
let you know
local
what's
homeowners
happening.
Association, and let's
So,
get
are
live.
you guys ready for the next last Wii game?
Oh, okay, here we go.
Time is 2:35. 2:38.
Are we allowed to play this music?
No idea. I'm gonna mute it. Remix.
Oh, Todrick Hall, nice.
Director and choreographer. I am super excited to announce that my song
Who is he? What does he do?
He's a drag queen.
Dance 2022.
He was on RuPaul's Drag Race.
Oh, okay.
But that's not all. Oh no, for the first time ever, the Just Dance team and I are collaborating to give you an exclusive version of my song for Just Dance 2022. Girl, I don't dance, I work. I don't play, I stay. I don't walk, I strut, and then sashay. To me, Just Dance allows
Did you just say, and then I sashay, okay?
Yes.
I think you did.
That's Todrick Hall for you.
I mean, I love it. Don't get me wrong.
He did a song that's entirely based on the Wizard of Oz called Glow. And instead of OEO like the guards do, they say get low EO.
Oh my god. Yes,
When's the last time any of you played Just Dance?
I've never played Just Dance.
Never?
Oh, it would have been back in
Wait, I
high
did?
school because it was with my sister's family.
Oh shit, Rose is right. We got the one that has "Let's Go to the Mall" from How I Met Your Mother.
Oh my
We
god.
bought it just for that song.
Does anyone even remember that there was a Michael Jackson one?
I had them. I was gonna say the Michael Jackson one was the one I played more. Sick at those moves.
We got you. I cannot wait to see you all living your best life and being the most fabulous you have ever been. I will see you all in Just Dance.
It's kind of hard to believe
Are we
that I'm
not
the
getting
only
a
one
dance
here.
sequence?
Okay, but here's my question.
I don't think they are, John. I'm disappointed.
Where's the panda?
Oh my god.
Where's the panda?
So, And question here: was I the only one who knew who Todrick Hall was?
No. Once I saw the name, I remembered who it was.
Okay.
I don't
just
believe
making
it. The streak is over. No dancer team.
It's time to get our Viking on.
Oh,
Oh,
good.
no,
Don't ever say that.
Chief of the Raven Clan, but your journey with Eivor is far from over.
Don't tell me that.
You've spent
It's already a
150
one-up.
hours with Eivor.
Yeah.
You've
Ready to
still
spend
got
150
100 more.
God, this is almost as bad as Death Stranding.
Like they put Ireland
director's cut.
They put Ireland
Literally
in an
just
Assassin's
them
Creed
going-
game. And it's been a thing I've been requesting since I loved Assassin's Creed back from 2, and I just don't have the energy to get through Valhalla to get to Ireland. I can't do it.
It's literally just one of those, bitch, we're not done with you yet.
Yeah.
We need to milk you for just a little bit more money.
Did I say you could leave?
I did not excuse you from this console.
Yeah.
Stumbling across unique world events that left me with memorable side stories. Thank you, Eivor. We're amazed to
That
see
is
how
just
God.
a tiny adult human.
Yeah, that sounds
just a-
very
that's just-
Ubisoft do that a lot.
That's just a cyberpunk
Yeah,
child.
yeah.
buildings in your settlements. Congrats. Eivor still has a long journey.
Mother.
And we've been continuing to offer free
I
updates
crave sustenance.
post-launch. These updates
Feed me.
Maybe it's just
And
what
then you get
Viking
the one
children look
child.
like.
And then you get the one Viking child that's just mini Eivor, and it goes, "I need sustenance, brother."
What are you gonna do when Hulkamania comes down on you?
Oh my god.
Could you imagine that? I would love to see Finn's reaction if he's just like walking through Valhalla and he just happens to see this tiny Hulk Hogan.
Just rips the shirt off. Ooh.
You want to fight some bears, brother?
He's body slamming like a literal Norse giant instead of Andre the Giant.
And no, it's just Andre the Giant.
Yeah, he's there too.
Wrath of the Druids released a few weeks ago, allowing players to explore Ireland and battle a mysterious cult, the Children of Danu.
Ah, yes, because Ireland is known for its cults. Very much so.
So I have to wonder if they're going to pull like some of the most iconic weaponry of like Celtic folklore.
Mhm.
Taking place in
You would like to hope so, but I'm never gonna find out.
I mean, you can get Thor's hammer and his weapon set. in,
in order to
Valhalla,
safeguard
so.
your clan's
Well, and you know which one I'm concerned with, Keith.
Players may be excited to learn that black box
Gable?
infiltration missions
Yeah.
are returning. This means you're given a goal for a mission. but
And
how
do
you'll
you have
achieve
to
it is up
actually
to you.
kick it?
Expect new abilities.
Because Japan's like, nah, you just stab with it, and Ireland's like, nah, you gotta kick that shit.
Watch out for the Siege of Paris coming
Ah, but
this
it's
summer.
entropy in its own right.
Assassin's Creed has long focused on the
God, if
exploration
you learn
of
the
history,
actual like
and we're happy to
explanation of how
announce
the
that
guy
new
Bolga works in
Discovery Tour
folklore,
will
that
be
thing's
released this
brutal.
Yeah.
It will be free to
I think
all
Fate
who
had
A
a
lot
good
of-
explore the world and
sort of
take a
good
deeper
like
dive
idea
into
of
the
it.
history of the Vikings.
So it literally wasn't until the last couple months that I knew that Lancer and Fate was
play as
Kukulkan.
Really?
time of Vikings.
Yeah, because I never got into Fate. I watched Unlimited Blade Works when I was in high school, and I was like, all right. And then I saw the rest of the community, and I was like, okay, I'm never touching this again.
And here John and Rose are like,
Whether
they're
you're an
talking about
Assassin's
anime
Creed
again.
fan with a heart for history, or a
What do we
student
do?
looking to
I'm actually
supplement your
excited for the
knowledge,
Siege of Paris
The
on this bad boy.
Discovery
I think it
Tour
looks great.
Viking Age will have you covered. Assassin's Creed Valhalla doesn't stop here.
It doesn't stop?
An Assassin's
You don't
Creed
say!
title will be supporting the game well into its second year. Well, this year will be a very active year for the game.
That sounded
We're
more
already
hype in her
working
head
on
than
more
it did in
expansions
real
for
life.
next year. Something tells
You
me
say
that
there's
Eivor
more?
is not
What is
done
this?
with Odin.
Yeah, no, my gasp was not a gasp of excitement; it was a gasp
Yeah.
of horror.
Yeah. Oh, you're going to the Nether.
Oh.
Helheim.
Gonna fight the Wither.
So you've seen some great games from us, But we also have news about
My knowledge of Celtic mythology is so like surface level. Is the Wither a Celtic mythological object? Okay,
I was
he's
100%
talking
there for
about
Minecraft.
Minecraft.
Yeah.
I figured, but I was just making sure.
If you haven't watched the second
Ireland is so
here's a
weird.
look
It might
at
as
what
well
you've been
have the
missing
Wither.
before
Yeah.
the upcoming season finale.
Like, I had no idea who Skaha was. Like, absolutely no idea until I started looking into Kukulane more.
I have no idea who Skaha is.
What's the difference?
She was Kukulane's mentor. Kukulane and his best friend, the one that he died fighting.
Ferdia?
I feel really seen and heard.
I think so.
Yeah.
And I guess he technically didn't die fighting his friend. He died tied to a rock, fighting some like bandits or whatever.
No,
God, that's gotta be the most.
The story goes that he like never like lost the battle. He just like was so injured that he had to tie himself to a rock to stand up, and everyone was like so in awe that they just like stood back and let him die.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, well, and then someone was like, "Wait, is he dead?" And then they went to like try to cut him and make sure he was dead, and like a light flashed on his sword, and the guy's arms were just gone.
Yeah.
See, that's got to be the most badass way to go. You go out fighting basically at innumerable odds, and then you're like, "I'm tired. I gotta keep fighting." You tie yourself to a rock. And just keep going.
What the hell are we watching right now?
Oh, this is the new, the new movie.
The movie for what?
Werewolves Within.
It's an original thing that they did. It's a comedy-esque style movie.
I still need to watch Mythic Quest.
What?
It's not Emerson Flint. It's one of you.
Oh. Okay, well, look, we don't understand. Could you please come out?
I'm afraid I can't do that, Ranger Wheeler. You could be one of them.
One of what? A what?
A what?
A werewolf.
The roads
Oh
are
yeah, the horns.
Something's wrong with the generator. Also, there's a dead body under
Why
the
is
porch.
this in the Ubisoft forward?
Because it's an
based on
Ubisoft
the Ubisoft game.
Wait, is that Keenan?
No.
Out of curiosity, who is packing?
It looked like Keenan from the.
Yeah, I thought
one
it
of
was
the
the
shots.
first two, but no, the voice is way different.
Everybody's going, how the heck?
Not littering, I'm just excited.
Not judging, just watching it.
There's another 5 minutes off the Beyond Evil 2
Follow Mythic
showcase.
Quest on Apple TV Plus.
Yep.
And be sure to catch Werewolves Within this summer. In theaters or
Apple
on
TV
your
Plus
on-demand
still going, huh?
platforms.
Mm-hmm.
No hero story is complete without a great rival to match them. After all, even the most vile tyrant is a star of their own narrative.
Oh, Far Cry.
When it comes to memorable villains, no one does it better than Far Cry.
True.
Now you see what they're gonna actually do is they're going to kill Chorizo at the beginning of the game to give you a good motive for revenge.
Yeah, I would do it.
Fuck you.
He's totally right as well.
You don't kill Chorizo. He's
And-
already in a wheelchair.
End of Act 2, Chorizo fucking dies.
He gave up his ticket.
He becomes Chorizo.
Yeah, they bring him back as like Mega Chorizo.
Alejo's not
Well, no, he just gets turned in Chorizo.
Come on, Marco. Let them on.
Vamos.
Good man.
Get on the boxing gown.
Again, in case you didn't know, this is not the Wholesome Direct, as the videos have swearing too.
Gracias.
Don't worry about it, chamaco.
Here. That's all I've got.
This isn't right, Danny. We should be fighting, not running to the Yankees.
Alejo gave you a fucking gift, Lira. We survive. Same as the orphanage, same as the academy.
Yep, Death Flag.
Please, no, this is a fishing boat. Yu-Gi-Oh, no.
red shoes.
Sick.
Before he was El Presidente, mi papa loved to fish. We would go out on a boat, just like this, and we would catch the fish and then release them. He would say, it's not always about your stomach, mijo. It's about the challenge. Except when he caught a big, fat, juicy marlin, he was too proud to let that fish go.
Si Tirano! You have poisoned Yana! You have poisoned your sword!
I have caught a very big fish today. Haven't I, Diego? Diego!
No way.
Oh.
I have caught you, mijo. Now it's time to bring you home.
I don't want this anymore, Papa.
We have no choice.
Let them go. They can work. Make Viviro.
Truth or lies?
Truth.
They could be good workers. They could help rebuild paradise. But if you wanted them to live, you would have never set foot on this fucking boat. 13 years old. And Diego has such compassion for his people. These fish, we will catch and release.
See, that's how you do it.
You've just seen another disturbing lesson from Anton Castillo, passed down to his son Diego as he grooms him to become the future ruler of Yara. The most important part of crafting a Far Cry villain isn't the fact that they're evil.
I love how they're actually
shocking.
talking about
It's
this.
that there's
Like,
someone
yes,
who
the
could
most
sit
important
across from
thing in
you
a
at
Far
the
Cry
dinner
game
table
is its villain.
and charm you into thinking that everything they believe, no matter how twisted or horrifying, could be absolutely true. That's the secret to Anton's power, and we couldn't be prouder to have him join the Far Cry family. Now, when creating Anton, we had quite a lot to live up to. Because when you think Far Cry, you think about its rich legacy of villains. Which makes today a very
I don't
special
know.
day for Far Cry
Man Bun
fans.
isn't that villainous.
Not only did we get to see into the mind of Anton Castillo, we finally get to unveil some of our post-launch plans. Our dream
For a minute, I
was to
forgot it
honor
was a
the Far Cry
Ubisoft show.
villain's tradition and introduce a brand new
And then post-launch plans before
Here's
the
the
game's
roadmap.
released.
It's time to see the other side.
For the next 2 years, DLC.
Oh god, I can't believe like his acting was so good it made me forget what I was watching, and then they just snapped me right back into reality there. Oh,
Welcome to the
what?
animus.
My, what a happy family. RJ, tell your mother and sister to...
You are alive.
Oh.
That is all that matters.
A collection on PS5, maybe, or
Maybe.
No, I think it's like a
or a game where you're playing as the villain.
yeah, I think it's a DLC where
Ooh.
Fuck am I?
it's like a weird trippy Dreamverse.
I too am a king who isn't afraid to slaughter to get what he wants.
Yeah, you're just like, I'm guessing, playing an anthology of stories from all the best villains.
Is this a test? A dream? An opportunity? Then I will not waste it.
It's just there to show you just how fractured and hellish their minds are.
That's gonna be fun to play.
And maybe they're all connected somehow. Maybe they talk to each other.
Ooh.
Did I ever tell you the definition of
It flips it. Oh my god. Oh. Damn it, that might...
Damn it.
Damn it.
Damn it.
That's gonna get everyone who's like a classic Far Cry fan to buy that game.
Oh, there's Blood
Oh,
Dragon
Blood
stuff,
Dragon.
I guess?
Blood Dragon, yeah.
they're
I
having
love
that
the Blood
Captain
Dragon.
Laserhawk series. But what is it? Is it like a re-release? Huh, weird.
We're so excited for you all to check out this next game.
Oof, Neelam, I can't wait to get my hands on this one.
What's the next game? Mario vs.
Here we
Rabbids?
go. Yep.
Yep.
A rabbit spaceship.
Oh, wow.
Gotta go.
I can't believe how these things are still relevant. I'm a fan of it, but like...
How they became and stayed relevant while Rayman just kind of
went.
Yeah.
Which Rayman is what spawned these.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I remember the first Rabbids game I had on DS, like way back. Oh my
Oh no, not a rabbit.
Oh my god. I don't want to collect you. I don't want to collect you.
I
Rabid
do like
Luma.
the polish of this though. This is really nice.
Oh yeah. Map selection.
Because they're just the minions, but before the minions happen. That's all they are.
Yeah. Master Hand.
Suddenly starts playing Sephiroth's theme.
Oh, it's still, you can tell it's still Grant Kirkhope on the music too. That's great.
Either that or it's someone emulating Grant Kirkhope.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, you two.
Oh, that is amazing.
I hear Rose laughing.
So what's their big funny monster like the Donkey Kong Rabbid?
This thing, I guess.
Goku?
Goku.
Actual bombs?
Time to
I
fuck
love
some
how
shit
no
up.
shit she gives.
Yeah.
I love how much shit she does not give.
Oh, that's some Eldritch Horror shit. Her
Oh,
Luma's
like,
a gun.
I like Peach's parasail as her weapon. That's cool.
Sparks of hope. Damn it.
Honestly, for me though, not quite enough to full sell me.
Yeah. I would have a little bit of gameplay.
Oh,
with
it's
it,
this guy.
But we know him.
Is super proud of this new game.
This is the guy when
and I can't wait for you
he
to
cried when
experience
Miyamoto told him this game was good.
Yeah. Rightfully so.
I mean, I'd cry too.
Yeah.
Shit.
of Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom battle.
Dad Miyamoto praised me?
We didn't want to stop there.
Come on.
Hi everyone, Mario and the Rabbids are back. And I'm so excited to be back as well today to unveil
take his
our
toy?
new project, Mario plus Rabbids
That was mean.
Sparks of Hope. We are diving back into
So
this
violent.
unique crossover with
Truly
even
not the
bigger
wholesome direct
ambitions,
anymore.
expanding our universe
There's guns.
on a major scale. This time it's not just the Mushroom Kingdom. There is an entire galaxy to save. To do so, you will lead a brave yet reckless team of unique
Luigi with a
heroes,
fucking bow and arrow.
including
dude.
some fresh faces
Yeah.
like Rabbids Rosalina.
Someone's
and
getting
other
murdered.
surprises. On their quest to
Luigi
repel
takes no
evil
prisoners.
across the galaxy, their spaceship will bring them
Oh God,
from
what
planet
if
to planet.
Baby Mario
They
and
will
Luigi
be
are in
facing
here and we get
a
Baby Mario and
powerful
Luigi
villain.
Rabid?
Why would you say
Oh
that?
God.
An enemy unlike anything our heroes encountered before. But they won't be alone. By their side, they will have their new allies, the Sparks.
Those are
These
Lumas.
surprising creatures, born from the merge of Rabbids.
Did a rabbit and a Luma breed?
Lend their wild powers
Look,
to our heroes.
I'm not even gonna finish what I was gonna say. I had a whole thing gonna go, and I'm like, you know, I'm just gonna back out.
Hey, it's not the wholesome direct. You can do it.
They're a cross between Rabbids and Lumas with the powers of the aliens from Sonic Colors.
After the tremendous success of Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, the entire team was moved by the amazing reception from players across the world. We were stunned by the love we felt for this unexpected team-up. We know we've been off the radar for a while now, as we wanted to take the time needed to bring this crossover to the next level. It's not just a new story with new enemies, new heroes. Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope has big ambitions.
Tell me about
it
the
introduces
ambition.
new action elements into the mix that will push the boundaries of tactical games
Action
even
elements.
further. That being said, we also wish to offer an easy-to-play experience for all players, yet hard to master for those of you that are willing to take the challenge. And
See,
you'll
that's
be
what
able
games
to
need to do now.
experience this
Make
cosmic
things easy to
adventure
learn, but give some
exclusively
technical
on
to
Nintendo
it.
Switch. We can't wait to tell you more about the game soon.
There is an entire galaxy to save, and we cannot wait for you to experience it.
Oh, gameplay. Nice.
Free alpha footage. Oh.
Oh. I didn't know you could. What?
Yeah, you're exploring this world.
Yeah, it's not like the grid-based tactical shooter.
Well, no,
it
so
is.
this was what the original was.
Yeah, but there's like more to it.
Yeah.
Well, no, because the original still had like a lot of exploration and puzzle solving stuff as well.
Like this?
Oh, I didn't know that.
This is the type. Oh no, yeah, that's. So it's like tactical within the radius, but you're moving in real time.
That's
oh,
cool.
so it's very Valkyria Chronicles-esque.
Yeah, it's very Valkyria.
Yeah.
Also, Breath of Fire.
Oh my
Dragon
god,
Quarter,
look at
if I
this
use
one.
as a goal.
What in the world?
What kind of edgelord is that?
Yeah.
Why is Tony the Tiger in here?
Because he's great.
Oh my god.
Summons, essentially.
God damn it.
Bahamut!
2022.
I'm in. Crap.
So we're not done yet. Let's check in with our
We
CEO.
have more
Yves
Assassin's
Gullemot.
Creed
Hey,
Valhalla.
it's Gullemot.
Yeah. Let me tell you more about this Rocksmith thing we got going on.
Hi everyone. As you have seen, we have a fantastic and diverse lineup of games coming soon. And this is just the beginning. Thanks to all the teams at Ubisoft for what they achieved, and for always striving
The one
to
more
deliver
thing has to be
best
one of
possible
the
game
5 things I
experiences.
listed.
I'm humbled by
There's
their
nothing else they could
resilience,
show.
energy and collaboration.
I'm banking
during
on
what
Splinter
has
Cell.
been a challenging year.
Oh my god.
I'm also proud
Rayman.
of our industry's ability to bring together millions of players from around the world.
Yeah, but Rayman doesn't
to
have
share
guns.
memorable experiences
Rayman with
and
guns.
moments of joy. This is
Rayman could have guns.
one of the real
You'll
powers
get your
of
wish
video
and it'll
games.
be a Rayman battle
And it is
royale
what
just to monkey paw the
motivates
hell out of you.
everyone at Ubisoft
Oh man,
to
don't
do
monkey
our
paw
best.
me.
Finally, my sincere thanks to you, the players.
You're welcome.
We appreciate the trust you place in us. Your involvement in our games communities keeps them growing and vibrant. We want to create original, enriching, long-lasting game worlds. And your contributions, feedback, and support make it possible. We also are proud that some of the biggest names in entertainment. Trust our creative teams to develop games within their universes.
Okay.
For
Thank you,
example,
Daddy
you
Nintendo.
just saw Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope, developed
We
in
won't do Star
collaboration
Fox
with
again, we
Nintendo,
promise.
where everyone's favorites,
Please,
Mario
Nintendo,
and
don't hurt
Rabbids
us.
characters, return for an all-new adventure. And speaking of great partnerships, there is one more exciting thing
Zelda.
we would
Zelda.
like to share.
Partnership.
Come on. It is a glimpse of the amazing journey that awaits you in one of the most beautiful but dangerous places of all. Brought to life by the latest version of our Snowdrop engine. I'm excited to share this first look with you now. Enjoy.
What is this?
I'm nervous.
Really
Scared.
nervous.
I'm pumped.
Okay, so I would say not Zelda. with how
Definitely
realistic
not
it
Zelda.
is.
No.
Snowdrop engine.
I mean, as far as games that look
Tomb
this
Raider?
realistic, Horizon looks this realistic.
Yes, they're making a Horizon game.
Well, a crossover or something.
Avatar!
Oh,
No.
What?
I forgot about this game.
I forgot about it too. Oh my god.
Wait, was this a thing that was known about
Yeah,
already?
this was like
Yes.
one of those things that were like way off or like cancelled or in trouble
What was
or
it,
whatever.
4 years ago they announced
Yeah.
this shit?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my god.
Yes, I get to run around as a blue naked cat person.
Now, what's gonna come out first, this or the movie?
No.
No.
Which is gonna come out first? This or Yandere Simulator?
Oh my god, I cannot believe I forgot about this game. You want to touch Tails?
Yeah,
No, I don't.
the announcement trailer for this was back in 2017.
There you go.
2017? Okay.
Now, am I gonna play as the blue people or am I gonna play as the evil humans?
The Rainbow Six team just comes in. Alright, kill them all!
Go, go, go!
Yeah.
Is it first person? There was a shot of a first person look.
Yeah.
2 shots? Okay.
What if it's cool though? What if it's like really good?
I don't know. Movie tie-in games, even if they're developed by a big company, are usually pretty to poo-poo. I mean, it may not be a tie-in, but an original story, all things considered. But,
I'm waiting for James Cameron's name to pop up.
this definitely seems to, if it's a tie-in, it seems to take place before the movie Avatar.
Frontiers of Pandora.
Yay, no
2022.
gameplay.
It's coming to Luna.
Jesus.
Well,
Alright.
yet another year we don't get Sam Fisher.
Man, where was that one on your list, Finn?
It was nowhere. That wasn't a secret list that only Ubisoft had access to.
Right? Ah, shit. And now we're what, an hour off before Gearbox?
Yeah. So we're gonna do a post show right now discussing what we saw from Ubisoft, and then afterwards we will do another quick break, and then we'll roll into the Gearbox stuff. But first, let's begin this post show. So, I'll go generally first. Let's talk about the showcase as a whole. John, what do you think?
Short, light on games. Weird enough. Is that a fair assessment? Like, I thought there was gonna be more like, not heavy hitters, but something that was gonna like rock my socks off.
Mhm.
And unfortunately, with Nintendo like spoiling, they had Rocksmith, and that could rock my socks off. That's a good point. But meh.
Yeah,
It was okay.
I think I started off this showcase barefoot, and now my socks are firmly on. I feel like that's how this thing. There was a big
you
slog.
are ready to leave.
Yeah, shoelaces are tied. I am out the door.
Full on, ready to sprint. All I need is the gun to go off. Bam.
There was
a Just Dance game with no dancing and no pandas.
Yeah, they didn't even have the usual Ubisoft fanfare. This was just really dull.
There are games, which is fine. Like, here are games, which is perfectly fine. But when it comes to Ubisoft, they do the fanfare. They show us some cool shit. And this was, I mean, Rainbow Six Extraction looks kind of cool, but not my Jimmy Jams.
Yeah.
This feels like it was not made for fans as much as it was made for shareholders.
Very much so. That's how EA do
Definitely.
their press conferences, and I guess this. I feel like if we were in person, there'd be. I feel like not being on stage in a crowd is like making publishers think, well, let's hold back our big guns and let's not, put out as much of a show there as we normally would. I think Ubisoft are still in that mindset where it's like, if it's only going to be like a live streamed video, we'll just not care that much.
People don't care about the live stream videos. Don't mind that Nintendo's been doing it for freaking 7 years now, and they've been kicking ass and taking names on it.
Finn, you know the real reason why these Ubisoft presentations will never be good again. Not enough Girlwood.
What the hell's Girlwood?
Yeah, they really have started going down since Aisha was not the host. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to be honest.
Yeah. There's a trajectory there.
Yeah, be honest here. I was a little bit excited for, Mario versus Rabbids, even though it was spoiled. The Avatar game was a surprise, but, I don't care about it.
It was definitely a surprise.
I think because Rose didn't even name it what it was named. She just named it in our notes as some Avatar bullshit, Frontiers of Pandora.
Yeah.
I think that's an apt description.
I wrote in notes, I guess this is really important. Like, it feels like a huge deal that I will never care about. And I don't think a lot of people will care about.
Because
so
who cares
it's
about
weird
Avatar
too, because-
anymore?
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I hate
James Cameron.
Like, I'll vent on it right now. I clicked to talk about it on the after show because I'm gonna let loose. Avatar is literally Pocahontas meets Fern Gully, and that's it.
Yeah, it's
Dances with Wolves.
There's nothing story wise that was groundbreaking. Everyone remembers how good 3D was, and I'm not taking James Cameron is great when it comes to 3D and pushing the boundaries of that crap. But that's all it was. There was nothing groundbreaking story wise, and I don't understand why we have 2 7-foot blue people who bang each other by touching tails, and we're going to be doing that. I don't understand what the point of the game is.
Would you prefer they hold hands?
I don't care what they do. As long as it's consensual, it's all good. But I don't understand the point of this game. Like, who in 2009 was like, man, this is a 3D movie that I need to play a video game about. Oh shit, it is 2022 and I'm about to play a movie, the game. Like, who,
didn't we do that?
Actually thinks that?
Kojima.
You know what? I can't fight back on that one. You're actually 100% correct, and I mean, it's yes. Good point.
But it really is just Pocahontas to Electric Boogaloo.
Yes.
Blue Galoo.
And I like how you did that. I appreciate that. I just, who is this for? Like, at least with every other game that they showed, there's a game for someone.
So legit though, betting you Kojima plays it.
Probably. Him and probably like James Cameron talk to each other all the time.
I think I know who it's for, John.
Who?
I think it's for James Cameron. I think that they're trying to like.
I want a video game.
They're trying to make this giant movie franchise. I think they shopped this around to a bunch of studios, and Ubisoft thought, well, if they're going all in this franchise, we might as well get in on it early. And they bit. And I think they bit hard, and now they're locked into a contract. So
okay, wait. I have to look. When does Avatar 2 come out?
When indeed, John?
I'm gonna laugh.
Oh, it is. According to IMDb, it's supposed to come out in 2022.
There you go. Did this game get a date? 2022? Yeah. So alongside the movie, I guess. Yeah, this is a game for James Cameron. This is so he can say we're a multimedia, multi-entertainment industry franchise now.
No. What it's going to be is Enhance your experience with the hit game based on the hit movie's hit sequel, Avatar.
That's free to
I
level
might be
60.
wrong. I want to. I think the game is actually the bridge between 1 and 2.
Uh-huh.
And if I remember correctly, 2 is going to be mostly in the sea of Pandora. I hate that I know that. I know that.
Yeah, you're sounding very dorky
Okay.
right now.
Yes,
This is advice from a character who follows multiple series that are terrible about this bullshit. Don't make people go to multiple media sources to get all of the lore for your game or your movie or whatever.
I don't understand why this is a thing. And I
Kingdom
never will.
Hearts, Final Fantasy, Halo.
And Finn, you're probably right. It really is James Cameron shopped this around in 2011, and like James Cameron does, he waits for technology to catch up before he actually makes the film.
I
That's
genuinely
why
do
Avatar
think that.
took so long.
I genuinely think
I
that video games became cool all of a sudden to the eyes of movie execs and Hollywood and stuff, and now it's a flex to have your movie property also be a video game. And this is James Cameron's flex, so he can go to his friends. I have a video game. Where's your video game?
Vin Diesel tried that, and oh boy, did that game flop.
I mean,
Now-
R2's coming.
I mean, yeah.
You know what this is the precursor to, though?
Go ahead.
The 2025 remaster of the legendary Steven Spielberg game, E.T.
God damn it.
I thought you were going to talk about the Avatar game that came out on the Wii.
That's right, there was one. I was about to say, is this the first Avatar game? No, yeah, there was.
No, it's the second one.
Yeah. That's what I was saying though during the conference. Like, what if it is cool? What if it is Game of the Year material?
Then I'll eat my hat.
Words.
Is it starred by Avatar?
Yes, but that's just me, and I'll eat my words. If I hear that this game is great, it has a fantastic story, controls are tight, all that stuff, I'll you know what? I will freaking come on the show and I will apologize how much shit I gave it.
If it is a good game, I will play Starfield.
So here's my thing.
If it's a good game, you'll
It's
play
not
another
that
game.
It's not that if it will be a good game. Is would you play it if it did not have the Avatar title tied to it?
So just giant blue people with
Or
connecting
if they
tails?
didn't. No, if they didn't. Let's say the characters were replaced by another generic tribal set, and not big blue cat aliens.
It is the same argument that I give to people about would you play Breath of the Wild if it wasn't a Zelda game?
No.
And I feel like
exactly
this trailer, well, if this had been a trailer where it's like same style and everything, but it's like a new IP from Ubisoft, explore this world, I feel like that would have got a bigger pop than the Avatar stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because it's new and
100%.
exciting. Yeah. We'll look back around to Avatar when we're ending the post show, but I want to go through this chronologically. So we start off with some Rainbow Six Extraction stuff.
Quarantine.
Yeah, Quarantine. Parasite, I think it was called at one point internally, but that never got. So it's Rainbow Six Extraction now. It's coming our way September 16th. They had a developer interview about it and a nice chunky gameplay sequence. John, what did you think about this sort of reveal? Is it enough to get, I guess you're not a Rainbow Six player, so you wouldn't know, but
No.
outside of Rainbow Six, as someone who's never played Siege, is this tickling your fancy?
Siege is actually one of the ones as a game that I've actually always wanted to get into, but like we were talking about it during the show, is you need friends to do it, and so I just never really fully jumped into it. I like this idea of a smaller team. I think that's actually really, really cool. And I don't know why, but I like that if your operator gets taken or you're going to have an operator that gets caught, that's how you open them up. I think that's a different look and a different way to actually increase your character roster. So something about that, I was like, okay, I can actually get behind that one instead of just paying for the operator or when the operator drops. It's a cool idea that this is maybe a little more single player, conceptually single player, but with co-op. And so I think that's actually a really, really cool idea. It's different enough that I at least will keep an eye on this one and see if anyone wants to play, and then if they convince me, I'll jump in on it.
Yeah.
I've always liked I haven't played like an actual tactical shooter in such a long time, so I know I would suck at it. But I think having it in there and just kind of goofing around with friends, and I think that'd be really, really cool, actually.
I think, Tim, you touched on it first. You were like worried about, Rainbow Six being a tactical shooter franchise, and then what it seemed like at the start was going to be this horde zombie game is they actually showed off it's a little bit more tactical than the likes of Left 4 Dead or a Back 4 Blood. Did you think this was, an interesting spin on it? Because honestly, I thought, Left 4 Dead has never been for me purely because of the pace at which things are coming at you. But this, maybe I could get more into. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I mean, it is definitely a lot more than Gun Go Pew Pew Monster Go Sploosh.
Yeah.
How'd that go again?
Pew Pew and Sploosh.
Thank
you. Soundbite, please.
I think the Pew Pew and Sploosh are the two new agents that they're adding to Rainbow Six Siege.
But there's definitely interesting aspects to it. I'm wondering how it will evolve over time because, Siege has very much evolved over time as more characters have been added and whatnot. So, like, I'm curious about things like how will sound play into the game? How will different vision types like night vision or infrared or whatnot play in?
Mm-hmm.
Like, they've shown a little bit of that here and there in this showcase. It's a weird case because like it kind of has my interest, but I still don't know that they could convince me to pay $60 for it. Or
right.
Actually, as we're looking at the new generation, $70 most likely.
For sure.
Yeah.
And so there was that stuff there for Rainbow Six Siege to let you know that that's still going. So we got 2 Rainbow Six games out there going strong. Keith, was it you that said that like you wondered what the need, if there was a need for 2 Rainbow Six games to exist at once?
Not exist at once in the turn up the gaming sphere, like the games themselves. I meant at this conference.
Right. Okay.
Because I feel they undercut the expectations of. I just want to say quarantine.
Yeah. Power of branding.
But yeah, but I know that they're adding a new operator and stuff like that, Thunderbird, but was it really needed to have them both here clashing with each other's information?
Yeah, I don't know how that'll sit with Rainbow Six fans, but I guess it remains to be seen. That game's coming out this year, so we'll see how it turns out. This next game, I think, had honestly the best showing of the conference, which was Riders Republic. Do we think this showing did enough? They did go all in on the bro stuff, but I feel like the gameplay spoke louder than the voiceover.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
So much different. Sport's been shown the Winks at the jetpack for the first time, I think, was shown, which looked wild. The first person BMX, we were all very into the wackiness of that.
The jet bikes.
Yeah, some snowboarding stuff going on in there. It was very much a game, as I said at the start of the show. I could see myself having a fun weekend with friends, and it seemed like there was a good amount of gameplay variety there, a lot of thought going into some stuff. No mention of like creation stuff, as we were talking about at the beginning of the show, but I feel like that's might be a good thing, that all these tracks are like tailor-made from game designers to feel good and have a fun experience with. And of course, they'll add more as time goes on. So I think, this had a really good showing. They did have a few wacky stuff here and there, like, again, the 100-person BMX ride down the mountain with a bunch of crazy stuff going on. I feel like this was a really, really good showing.
It was a good showing, especially as we were talking about it before, I think, in the pre-show. Was it the pre-show or was it before the pre-show? Either way, we were talking about laying heavily into the dude bro thing. Yeah, the voiceover did that, but as you said, they showcased what we want to do in the game. We want to be pulled in. Like, what can we do within this game to make us feel like epic, extreme sportsers?
Yeah. There was a massive slog in the middle of this showcase, which I think didn't need to be there. If this was a 30-minute showcase where like you had all killer, no filler, I'd be a little more forgiving. But
Yeah.
they did move on eventually to talk about Far Cry 6. Just great little vertical slice, little cutscene.
Yep.
This game lives and dies on the performance of Giancarlo as the villain in this game, and they mentioned how important the villains are to Far Cry. We'll get to what they announced afterwards a little bit later, but that scene was just so good at getting you invested in this guy as like a bad fucking antagonist and a tyrant, and it's almost pulling me back in. I've never liked Far Cry for its gameplay, but the villains, they almost want to just like pull me into this world. I don't know.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I've played all the Far Cries, I believe, and the villains the games live and die by their villains. And usually when you're first introduced to the villain, they always have one iconic line that sticks with you. What's the definition of insanity?
Mm-hmm.
Such like that.
Yeah.
By the way, I just little thing I noticed. Did anyone notice the name of the boat in the Far Cry trailer?
No.
The St. Judas.
Oh.
Ha.
Nice. I like that they gave us a little more story behind it between the father and the son.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was really, really cool, because I know that they pushed, when they first got announced, everyone was wondering like who is the son and how was it connected to, and correct me if I'm wrong, 3 had that. That's what everyone was linking it to, and I like this idea that the son actually understands the difference of right and wrong and tyranny, and so I want to know more about that story and that relationship between the two characters and see how it evolves or devolves, because I find it fascinating that they actually went with that one and how he's teaching his son a lesson through fishing and just completely annihilates everyone minus our main character there.
Yeah.
And so I think that is a very cool and a used but perfectly executed story trope, and I want to know more about this now.
Especially, I'm sorry if I'm going to be gushing about this game because it does look and sound great in terms of story. I would definitely like to see a tonal shift. Like you're midway through, you eliminate Esposito's character, and all of a sudden you have to deal with the fact that though he was a good guy at first or seemed morally aligned, the son goes unhinged and becomes the next tyrant.
Yeah, I feel like I remember seeing people mention like, what if he's Voss?
Right.
Yeah. That's what it was, like
the connection.
Thank you.
Yeah. The horror of like, and no one can do this better than fucking Giancarlo's doing, but the horror of him essentially like turning this child into his like project, to sort of carry on his vision is, and this trailer or this cutscene, I guess, really drove home like how he will stop at nothing to make sure that he becomes the next him, and doesn't escape or anything. And I feel like that was really, it just sucks you in. And like I said, the fucking, they sucked me in with this trailer, and then afterwards they were like, and here's our post-launch plans for Far Cry 6. You can get the gold edition. And I was like, oh, okay. It brought me back to reality. And speaking of those post-launch plans, the really cool hook that they had was, again, buying into these Far Cry villains as this possible, like, weird dream space DLC where you're playing as these classic villains from all these Far Cry games. It was very trippy trailer, but enough to get you invested in the idea at the very least. Super, super cool. I'd love to play as Voss. There was that great little sequence where they flipped it. So your main character from Far Cry 3 is now doing the Voss lines. Do you know the definition of insanity? So flipping it on him. And yeah, as you mentioned, Tim, this sort of weird fractured mind space that you're existing in when you're playing these characters. It sounds like such an interesting concept, and I can't believe I've never considered it before. Very creative.
Yeah, I think I have Far Cry 3, so it may be about time for me to actually go and like give one of these games a shot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I couldn't finish Far Cry 3. I wanted to because of VAS, but I hated the gameplay, so I don't know if I'll jump in on this, but it's definitely cool to see. And they also mentioned some Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon stuff. They didn't say exactly what, whether it's just coming back as a port or whatever as part of the season pass, but
or if it's just for the anime or
yeah, weird. And then what I feel like would have been a much bigger shock to us had it not been linked, but had a good showing anyway. Mario and Rabbids 2 Sparks of Hope.
Can we first acknowledge how clean that trailer was? That animation.
Very clean.
How that was gorgeous, and I was shocked.
Yeah,
Mario.
Mario.
I'm in. I don't know what else you can show me. Just don't show me anything else. Let it come out in like June. I'm fine with that.
The reflection of Mario's eyes for the holographs on the spaceship was clean.
Yeah.
Of course, the most horrifying thing, the Rabbids Luma.
Yeah, here it comes.
Just
this little fucking face.
Excuse me, it's called a spark.
It's a Luma, and we're going to call it a spark in this one, and I'm assuming they're sparks because they're the Rabbids version of it.
Yeah. Do you think, like, I would love to see the boardroom, or like the virtual boardroom, I guess, because it's happened over the course of the last year or so, where you have Miyamoto in the Zoom call, and someone has to pitch the idea of the Rabbid Luma to him, and like everyone's just sweating. It's like, how are we gonna tell him?
Also factor in that Nintendo's kind of been like, Mario Galaxy 2 does not exist because it wasn't on the 3D All Stars. Like they were just like, oh yeah, no one has acknowledged that game, and yet here we are. This game is acknowledging Mario Galaxy 2. So I just find that very odd and funny that, I mean, Ubisoft's like, oh, we'll do it, and we'll give you, go ahead, Rosalina Rabbid, who gives no Fs, and I love her.
Yeah. One of the things we were saying, me and you, Keith, at the beginning of this, where we were not sold in this concept because we don't really like the XCOM percent style combat stuff. But then they shifted it. They were like, hey, it's got real-time elements, very much as we mentioned Valkyria-like. And that got me right back in there. Like, this looks cool. It looks a lot more fluid, like a Mario game should be. A lot more movement. And so I think this might be just another sleeper hit for this now franchise. And what the hell was that, like, Gotham?
I'm worried.
Yeah.
I'm worried because internet.
Okay.
I'm very worried because internet. Also because Rabbids tend to have a parallel character to them. So now I'm like even more worried because internet.
God damn it.
Also, I just looked at a tweet. Apparently, Rainbow Six Extinction for the PlayStation 5 is $60.
$60
right now.
Okay.
That ain't too bad, thankfully.
But then you got the season pass, and you got the DLCs, and you got the
Which is
Ubisoft
another
roadmap,
$60,
and
then
yeah,
giving Ubisoft your first child, which is another $60, and it just keeps on going. I don't understand.
I mean, the biggest issue is we've been giving Todd Howard $60 like every year for the past 8-9 years.
Yeah.
And all you're buying is Skyrim.
Enhanced edition, PS5 enhanced edition.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what they're gonna release it for next? They're gonna release it for the Vita.
No, they're gonna release it for the Samsung Smart Fridge.
Oh my god, you guys need to chill out. Any final thoughts on the Avatar stuff, or are we just collectively groaning?
We're collectively groaning.
Groaning.
Okay, we'll move on then.
Rose even raised her hand.
So that was Ubisoft Forward. We are doing lots of these little reaction streams over the course of the week. I'm going to bring up the schedule. In fact, I'm not going to bring up the schedule because it's on the other scene. Here we go. There's the schedule. As you can see, we're about to take a quick break and then go into the pre-show for the Gearbox showcase. And then later today, we will have a full recap of the day's events. Will be at 5 p.m. Central. Tomorrow, then, we've got some Xbox Bethesda stuff. Tomorrow's the big day. We got Square Enix, we got Warner Brothers, we got PC Gaming Show, and we got Future Game Show, and another recap for that day. Monday, we've got Capcom is the Lone Ranger of that day, and then Tuesday we will cap it off with the Nintendo Direct and the Bandai Namco Showcase. So keep it locked to Playhouse Live to be sure not to miss any of those. And subscribe to the Playhouse YouTube channel where we'll be posting all of these VODs and where you might be watching this right now, depending on where you are in time.
And as much as I love Capcom, I'm also going to, and Nintendo and Bandai, I'm going to say I think tomorrow's the day to watch.
Yeah.
I think tomorrow's going to be an entertaining day
For sure.
between all the reactions we've ever had to those companies.
Yeah. Big day. We're going to be tired by the end of it, but we'll have some good games to show for it, I think.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. So if you're watching live, we'll be back in a few minutes. We're going to take a quick break for Gearbox, and if you're watching on YouTube after the fact, then we will see you for the next one of these.